The heat outside won't let anyone forget that it is summer. However, medical experts say now is the time to start preparing your kids to head back to school. That includes protecting children from preventable diseases. One thing that should be on your to-do list is a late summer visit to the doctor's office. So here with me now, Dr. Steve Turkovich, as he is with us every single Tuesday. He is the president of Oishei Children's Hospital here in Buffalo. So these late season checkups, obviously really important timing with school coming up. I could hear all the kids watching and go, oh my gosh, no. But really so important to get them in there, and immunization's got to be at the top of that list.
Yeah, this is a great time to call your pediatrician, check their immunization list to make sure they've gotten everything they need to go to school. As we know, in New York State, it's mandated that you're up to date on your vaccine, so we don't want kids to miss out on school because of that. The other thing to think about is sports physicals. A lot of kids are going in and need to have those done before you can actually start the fall sports. So two very good reasons to visit your pediatrician now.
When parents do bring the kids in, should they be making these calls right now? Is there any fear that they might book up really quickly?
Yeah, you know, this is a busy season for pediatrics. It's the winter for the colds and the summer for all the well-child checks and the sports physical. So you want to make sure you get those vaccines, especially things like the MMR, which is the measles, mumps, rubella. We're seeing more and more measles cases across the country. It's one of the most highly contagious viruses that's out there. So it's really important that we do that to not only protect your child, but those around you who may be a little bit immunocompromised, who could have pretty severe outcomes from it.
I know there was a rise in measles that might be concerning to a lot of parents. What's behind that, and how can we make sure that that doesn't happen again?
Well, you know, one of the things is because it's so highly contagious, we need to make sure that we vaccinate over 90% of the population. So even when you drop down to the low 90s or the high 80 percentage-wise, that makes it be able to spread pretty easily. So we need to make sure that every single person who's eligible for it gets vaccinated.
Are there any questions that parents come to you with when it's time for these shots? They're like, my kid's gonna get a lot right now. What should they be worried about? What should they be looking out for? And what are the common questions?
Well, you know, a lot of times, especially in babies, parents are saying, wow, that's a lot of shots. There's a lot of things that are happening here. Isn't that too much for them? And the way I explained it is every day we're breathing in, we're touching stuff. Our body is exposed to so many different bacteria and viruses. So our immune system is constantly interacting with different things. This is just a few more that you're going to have on that day. So in the grand scheme of things, it may seem like a lot, but every day you're interacting with many, many, many more.
It's that extra layer of protection because we don't know what we're facing when we get out there.
Very true.
Awesome. Dr. Steve Turkovich, thank you so much for coming and joining us. And you can ask the pediatrician every single Tuesday. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.